Gobble gobble, motherfucker. Ah, what's going on? Roundtable signing back in real quick, making sure everything good. Not gonna lie, now, this food is on point. I'm still eating leftovers, just like I know the rest of y'all are. I'm not even gonna be live for too long. I'm not gonna lie, cause I got a long weekend ahead of me. I'm just drop the link early. Drop this link real quick while I chow down. Cause I know right now I'm not gonna do much talking. I'm gonna eat. Excuse me. You know, meantime, in between time, Survivor Series, man. Once again, Survivor Series season. You,
Yeah, what's up?
what's going on over here? Chowing down on some leftovers.
Nice, nice. The only leftovers you don't want to have is leftover company. Get the hell out of the house and go home, you bum.
It'd be that
Oh,
the drunk uncle.
the drunk uncle, yeah. It felt weird today. It felt like Saturday today. I don't know why. It just felt weird.
Shit, I
I don't
wish it
know.
was Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could use a good nap after watching Survivor Series.
No, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. Hopefully
It better be
Survivor Series is
good.
good. War games, yeah.
Did you hear this
I know
dude,
it.
Rich Holland? Rich Holland said it. Did you hear him say it?
Yeah. Oh no.
He ain't sound bad.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I know Dusty's gonna be saying in heaven tomorrow, "Make it good, baby. Make it good. Get to the pay window."
Mm.
Ah, shit.
Man, this turkey is just, oh man. Like the turkey is just so, it's so moist.
Yeah.
See, how me and my lady, how we do our turkey, like, we make sure the seasoning gets inside the turkey so it can be still juicy and all that.
Nice. Yeah, I had like a turkey sandwich when I came home because they had a big turkey. They carved it up and put it in a bag. I put ketchup on my turkey sandwich. I don't know why. I like a little taste to it with the turkey. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
on your own with that one.
Yeah. I don't like gravy. I'm never a fan. I was never a fan of gravy. Maybe with a little
What?
bit of mashed.
Oh
No, the
man,
only the
what?
only gra- the only gravy I like is Popeyes. That's the only gravy I'll eat. That's the only gravy I eat.
That is so
Popeyes.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm never a fan of gravy on turkey.
Out of all
So
gravy, you eat Popeye's gravy.
I love it. The Cajun style with the beef and the spices and the flavors. I love it. I mean, it burns my asshole after, but it's good going down. Fucking oh
It's
man.
just so random.
Yeah, I love Popeyes gravy. So,
And I
I don't
got
know.
shrimp and rice,
Shrimp and rice. Yeah.
water.
I love shrimp cocktail. I always gotta get like a shrimp cocktail ring for like Christmas, with the sauce and stuff, cocktail sauce.
Or the
Yeah, I love it.
marinara.
Yeah, the cocktail sauce. Yeah, cocktail. So it's not marinara. It's with horseradish and stuff, and then the stuffed clams.
Oh,
I love
okay.
stuffed clams. Stuffed clams.
So yeah, man. I remember my one of my favorite Survivor series. It was with the Teamsters. Remember the remember
Teamsters.
the Teamsters and the bad guys.
The bad guys.
Who the uh, um What was the name of Lex Luger's crew? His team.
Wasn't like the All Americans or something with Steiners or some shit? I don't remember.
Yeah, because it was. I remember it was Lex Luger, British Bulldog.
British Bulldog.
Yeah, who else was with them? Was it Adam?
I
I
don't
think
know.
Adam Bomb was with them.
I swore one year they were with the Steiners or something in Survivor Series. Chris will send me a video. I don't know, man. Survivor Series never was one of my favorite pay-per-views.
You serious?
Yeah, I never really liked it. The only thing I liked about the Survivor Series was when they used to do like the survivors from all the matches. They would have a final match at the end. I thought that was a cool concept, but yeah. But yeah, I was never really. Yeah, Survivor Series. Royal Rumble's my favorite pay-per-view. I like King of the Ring.
Yeah,
So I guess
everybody's favorite.
Yeah, so I'm glad they're bringing King of the Ring back.
What do you think is going to come back?
Oh, it's coming back next year. They said for June or whatever.
The window. You think they're gonna do it like
June? I think it's June. Yeah, after WrestleMania. So pretty good. Vince is like, Vince wants to have a female King of the Ring, but they're going to call it Fling in the Ring with the women. The woman that wins gets a date with Vince. Yeah.
Fucking that Queen of the Ring shit.
Queen of the Ring, yeah.
Queen of the Crown.
Yeah. Sit on my face, yeah. You know?
What's up, Bonnie?
So, but anyways.
Bonnie said, "What's up, Nate?"
Yeah, what's going on? I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving.
Definitely, shit. Yo, yeah, man. I don't know if you've seen one of the titles. I was talking about these dudes basically throwing shots at CM Punk. Now, from before, I was always on that shit like, yo, CM Punk ain't coming back. It's a wrap.
He's coming back.
Retire, yada, yada, yada. But after that, yeah. Like, because if we don't come back after that, what the fuck is the whole point of this?
I honestly believe, I even told Chris, I honestly believe CM Punk's going to show up at Wrestle Kingdom and screw over Omega against Ospreay. I would send him there.
Yo, that would be crazy.
Because you want to really kick off a good angle for 2023, but you also want to kick off the Forbidden Door Part 2, you know? So you want something good for both sides in 2023. Because I honestly believe Forbidden Door 2, I don't know. They're going to have it at that football stadium. I'm telling you. They want to make an 80,000 seat fucking show next year for AEW. They need a big ass show next year, especially with WrestleMania being Hollywood and all that crap.
Yeah. So you would think they have a Forbidden Door too?
Yeah, they already said they're gonna. So. Because you're gonna probably get Okada versus Bryan Danielson. You'll probably get Kenta versus Punk. You'll probably get, I don't know, Ospreay and Omega, maybe another fucking fight or some shit. You'll get a lot of good matches.
And when it comes to that, they have to, you know what I'm saying? They gotta promote this shit better. Like when it comes to the casuals, like me, when it comes to them Japanese wrestlers, I don't know about most of them. Do some vignettes, something. Have them, you know, put them in some matches or something before the pay-per-view comes. So, you know, so you can see.
What I always did is I just go on YouTube. Like when this guy Danhausen showed up, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? So I looked him up. I said, okay. You know, the Butcher and the Blade, I didn't know who the fuck they were. I looked them up. I watched some matches. You got to, you know, nowadays with YouTube, just do a quick research and then you can find out who the fuck these guys are, you know? It's not hard. Back in the day, I'd be lost. I'd be lost back in the day.
Go ahead.
No, so I'd be lost in the day when you there was no YouTube. You would have to buy, you know, VHS copies from like fucking Rob Feinstein and watch these fuckers, you know? So, but anyways, yeah. Oh, man.
I understand all that, but also, you know, we still live in a lazy era where,
no, I know.
You know, I'm not allowed. In a way, I'm one of them. If I'm watching the program when it comes to that, yeah, like I feel like okay, you're presenting this person to me right then and there. You should tell me who the fuck who that person is. Why
Yeah.
should I be like during watching the show? I gotta be, oh, who's this person, and then look the person up.
See, like that guy was a Minoru Sasaki, whatever. I didn't know who the fuck that guy was. I don't know, like then Chris was sending me clips when he was beating the shit out of who was Asuka. He slapped the shit out of her. I said, "Holy shit, man, this motherfucker means business." I like this dude. I like this guy.
You know what I'm saying? Now, would you have looked them up if Toph didn't send you that information? If he didn't send
I
that
probably
link?
would have. I probably would have because what Chris was telling me. Oh, this guy's a mean bastard, son of a bitch. So I gotta check this guy out. So I type in his name and boom, I'm watching matches, checking them out. I'm like, damn, that's how you learn and develop. I know, like the modern day wrestling fan, they're so fucking lazy and shit like that. But old school wrestling fans, they do their research, you know.
Mm.
So
You're right. You do
you
have a
know,
point. But like all right, like say like with being the elite, then why don't they promote being the elite on the actual show on Dynamite or whatever? They don't even at least do that.
no, I know. I don't know because that's almost like the fourth wall and kayfabe and all that crap. So they try to keep that separate. I don't know, well, which is cool, but
Goody Toe.
Just allergies. Other than that, I'm good. What you guys up to?
Oh, that
the
sucks.
the fuck picture is that?
That's a Charmander, but they merged Charmander with the black dude from Don't Be a Menace.
Oh,
The black guy that had a thing for white chicks. He was like my African sister. That guy.
oh my god.
Yeah.
You know about my milk and magnesia.
Love that movie.
I ain't watched that movie in years.
My favorite gag was when Low Dog got arrested, and then the white guy. The white guy called the man, and they were like, "It's the man," and they're like,
Yeah, he's a dumb man. He had the notepad, the checklist.
He had Tupac and Mike Tyson's name on the fucking list. That was great.
They made me want to fucking look that shit up, watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like we talking about, what was it? That Robin Hood shit, the parody, Men in Tights.
More Men in Tights.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, Tope
I
just
love
be
it.
bringing up the old school shit. Like, oh, I ain't watched that movie in years.
These movies are great, man. Like that's the sign of a good movie when you can watch a movie from like fucking 30 years ago, 25 years ago, and it's still fucking relevant. Like those guys are ahead of their time. It's great. I love those.
I like parody movies like Hot Shots and shit.
Hot Shots is my shit. Both of the
just the other day, man, I was watching Rush Hour, like the first
Rush
one.
Hour. I watched it last week.
Tucker. But that shit still holds up. It's still like if you watch that like on an HD, it looks brand new. Like man, I love those types of timeless movies, man. Like the shit in movies now, man, it ain't it. It ain't like this is what movies are now. It's fucking wrestling podcast, but talking about movies. This is what movies are now. Movies.
We talk about movies too. It's all good. We talk about movies too.
Movies now, they're like one and done, basically. It's like you go see it in the theater or you watch it in your streaming service and you're just like, oh, yeah, that was a thing. And that was it. And like you don't remember anything about the movie or what you liked about it. People talk about it for a couple of days and like that's it. Like the movies don't have like longevity anymore. I'm talking like shit that stands the test of time. I'm talking like shit that'll be relevant in like 2035 or 2040. As weird as that, you don't see that anymore. You just don't. It's a dying art, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Nowadays, it's all about series, streaming series and shit like that. That's what it's really at now. Like you have your Raising Canaans, you have your BMFs, you have stuff like that. Marvel when it comes to their series.
Yep.
I mean, there's like a handful of movies I can still watch and never be bored. Like Training Day or Midnight Run or Scarface. I can still watch
Oh
the movie.
man,
You know.
that's really hard to find. Midnight Run. That's a
I know.
rare movie.
Yeah, I look it up on BTV, my app on my phone. They got like all these movies. That's cool.
So other than that,
I love that movie. Tonight's the fucking night. It's gonna be on my tombstone. That's on
I'm like,
my
yo, what the
tombstone.
hell is this dude talking about? He said, "Oh, I got a clue for a movie. Consider a clue to a movie. Yada yada yada."
Yeah, tonight's the fucking
night.
Tonight's
I'm
the
like,
fucking
my
night.
dude, what the hell is that? You gotta be more specific. Like, it's a nice the night. That's
Well,
the,
I mean, if you know me and like what movies I like, because I always talk about Midnight Run and like Ocean's 11. You know a guy. you know a guy. So if you know me, you would know what movie it is. But anyway,
you should have said Marvin. That's what you should have said, Marvin.
Yeah, I mean, if I quote Scarface, you should get that. I mean, goddamn, Scarface.
Yeah, Scarface. Like everything's a quotable of Scarface.
Everything's a quotable thing. Yeah. I was watching that clip when they wanted to blow up that guy in the car, and Tony, he's telling Tony to go, and he's like, "This fucking guy."
So
I told you,
what happened with Scarface? Excuse me. You know what happened with SmackDown tonight or this night?
It was on tonight. I was like, oh shit.
So it did come on.
Yeah, it was on. I guess they changed the schedule. They updated it online. I'm like, okay, there it is. It was on because my friend was watching it. So I watched it for like 20 seconds.
So what? It came on a different time because it didn't record for me.
It was on at 8:00. I don't know. It was on from what they asked.
Was it on Fox or was it on a different network?
No, it was on Fox. It was on Fox. Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
The only part I saw was Bray was in the ring talking. That was it. I'm like,
oh god, that shit is getting old. My dude, how many times in the fucking talk?
I told you this, dude. Now you finally see what I'm saying.
I'll be listening to you. You know I'll be listening.
I'm not being an asshole, just being an asshole. I said like he's all sizzle, no steak. I said he's like, rest in peace, Jason David Frank. I said before, like he reminds me of Bray Wyatt reminds me of a Power Rangers villain. Like when you saw Lord Zed for the first time, you're like, oh shit, Lord Zed, like this the dude, he's the nigga. He's much better than Rita. He's much more intimidating than Rita, he's got the big Z staff and cool silver. And he,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Lord Zed was my dude.
Right. He was cool at first, right?
He didn't do a damn thing.
Right, he didn't do a damn thing. He didn't do a damn thing. Every time it's like, okay, he's about to do something and he doesn't do it. And it's the law of diminishing returns. When you can only do it so many times before I just don't take you seriously. And that's how it was in Power Rangers. They did that with Rita. They did it with Goldar. They did it with Zed. And obviously Power Rangers is a kid's show, so it was meant for kids. So it was whatever. But you can have the same issue in wrestling too. Like in wrestling, you have all these wrestlers where it's like they look, cool entrance, cool visual, cool theme song.
was goody.
But the bell rings and it's like, damn, back it up, do something. And that's what Bray is. Bray is he's the WWE version. And I know Nate's gonna get this. Bray is the WWE version of the Dungeon of Doom. Because Kevin Sullivan was doing the same shit. He was doing the same shit. All those weird. Just like where is this? Those weird promos about how to.
Well, here's the thing, though. At least Kevin Sullivan fought more than Bray Wyatt, right? Like Kevin Sullivan was actually in the ring.
Yeah.
Like this dude, how much times he's gonna talk to that Party City mask?
Yeah, exactly. So that dude from the Power Rangers was basically Brock Lesnar, but the check didn't clear. Okay, I get it. The check didn't clear.
Nah, but who was that dude though? My dude Goldar. Like that was my guy.
Goldar had it written in his contract that I would always have a DQ finish every time I run in.
Goldar was a black dude. That's why they did that to him.
They never beat Goldar straight up. Every time they had Goldar beat, there was like a run in or the Green Ranger would show up. Or
exactly, because Goldar would be washing motherfuckers up. Shit, yo, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm definitely gonna go see that White Dragon shit when it come out. Hopefully, it still comes out.
Yeah,
Mm.
same. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Shit.
say though. But yeah, it's up to it's up. That's what I was saying before. Like, you know, it's cool that Triple H is, in charge and he's running things, and that's all well and good. And I appreciate the fact that he's trying to fix some of the issues that Vince did. But once that honeymoon phase ends, and it's like I said, it's too soon because again, Bray hasn't worked a match yet. But let's have this talk again in 6 or 7 months, sometime next year. And if
Yeah.
He'll be doing something by then. Like
if
he should be, because if he's not,
right,
he's gonna get buried. People is
because
gonna
if
people is
this
not gonna like the fact that he's still talking to Uncle Howdy and those
right
are the nonsense Uncle. That was,
because
I was like, Uncle Howdy, like that's the best y'all
Yeah.
could do.
if
Uncle
this
Howdy.
June or July next year and shit's still the same, then I know people don't want to hear this, but some folks are going to have to swallow their pride and admit that Vince was right about some of these people that did get released. I'm not saying that what Vince did was right. I'm not saying like what he did was cutthroat when he fired some of these folks. Like he did Bray dirty.
Right.
Bray should not have been fired that way. But the reports that Vince didn't like Bray, that he wasn't a fan of him, and that he just considered him to be a headache, and then people were just like, "Oh, well, Vince didn't know what he was doing because he was out of touch," which he was. He was out of touch. But you could be out of touch and still be right every once in a while. A broken clock is right twice a day. So,
Yeah.
Sounds good, Black
so
Star. We'll be here.
So basically, Bray Wyatt's like Friday the 13th, part 4, but he ain't coming back for part 6 and on if he doesn't get this right. That's
He's
it. He's gone.
he's,
Final
he's
chapter.
He's Michael
He's
Myers in
final chapter.
Halloween 3. He ain't
Yeah.
show
He ain't showing up no more. Fuck that.
up.
Season of the Witch. That's the stupidest thing ever. Season of the Witch, the night no one comes home. They have to come home to watch the fucking commercial at 9, you dumbass. What kind of tagline is that? Shit.
Man. But y'all gonna watch I know most likely y'all gonna watch Survivor Series tomorrow. It sucks that I gotta work.
I'll watch it.
It's gonna be good. Like Triple H has no choice but to have it, but to make it good. If this shit is a bomb, he's not gonna hear the end of it.
I get paid to watch sports, movies, wrestling. I'm fucking Simon. I love this country. Like fucking Die Hard 3.
Yeah, man. Shit. I remember I was doing the same thing when I was with security.
Yeah.
I used to just get paid to watch movies and eat junk food.
Eat junk food, yeah.
Just chilling. Cause where I was at, I had to worry about no break-ins, none of that bullshit. And at the time, I was like, I had to go to work like late night. So the neighborhood I was at, everybody already fucking sleep or whatever the case may be. So I would just be up in there chilling.
So where do you work now? You work at a restaurant, like a steakhouse, or where do you work? That's cool. Good food.
It's alright.
Okay.
I'm playing. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
I was at this seafood restaurant from before and shit, but I had left there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep moving up, man. Like, who knows? Your boy might end up being one of them top chefs next year. Who knows?
Yeah, you got an Iron Chef or top chef.
Yeah,
Gordon
man.
Ramsay. Where's the fucking bloody lamb sauce?
Yo, like, I ain't gonna lie, from before, I used to be a little intimidated to want to cook around Ramsay, but nowadays, I wouldn't even mind. I'll be like, yo, my dude, let's have a grilled cheese sandwich contest.
Did you meet him before, Gordon Ramsay?
No.
Oh,
I had went to one of his restaurants. Matter of fact, I was gonna go to one of his restaurants from before, but when I see them prices, I'm like, yeah.
I would love to meet the bar rescue guy. I just loves when he comes in the kitchen. He just destroys. He's like, "What is this shit? Shut it down! Shut it down!"
What's his name? Tafferty? John Tafferty? John Taffer.
John Taffer. Yeah.
Yeah, he been in the business for a real long time. He used to be a bartender at first, and then he started doing what he's doing now, like being like a bar critic.
He
He
looks like
writes
one.
books and everything.
He looks like one triple cheeseburger away from a heart attack. But whatever.
Shit, he looks like one rant away from a heart attack. He be losing his mind. Yeah, John Tafford. That's his name. So yeah, John
I can
Tafford.
picture his
That's
face.
Tafford.
I can see his face.
But yeah, it'd be like my specialty is, I like to make a nice steak, a nice burger. That's really up my alley and shit, and a little bit of Italian food.
Yeah, I'm not big into seafood.
I'll do seafood too, like
Yeah.
shit.
I like shrimp and like stuff, stuff like that.
Shit.
Clams.
Speaking of food, what did you have? Did you have Thanksgiving dinner? Talk to me. What you have for Thanksgiving?
Turkey stuff and mashed potatoes, basic stuff.
I never, yo. You know what? I never had mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving.
No,
I never understood that. Nah, like, cause I would have stuffing, like
yeah,
stuffing the turkey and shit. So I feel like, what's the point of having mash if you already got, what I'm saying, the stuffing?
yeah. It's a good side piece because some people don't like butternut squash and stuff. So mash is always good, or a casserole, like a
Who the
green bean.
fuck want a butternut
Well,
squash?
people eat that. People eat
You
that
let me
shit.
know what up you think. Most
People
people,
eat it.
most people don't want no butternut squash.
People eat that shit. I don't know. I don't eat it, but people do. So
You the
they'll,
one that bring it up.
No, I'm
I
just
never heard
saying.
that shit before.
That's what I always hear people. Oh, butternut squash, butternut squash. I'm like, okay,
Butternut squash. Somebody need to squash their butternuts. Pause.
yeah. But like I said, I used to like that dish. Like my mom and dad used to make the potatoes, the onions, and the peppers.
Yeah.
That shit was so good.
Yeah, right. Like shit. Yeah, be like that's only when I'm in the mood to cook. I'll throw some shit down and all that. Like, don't believe motherfuckers that know how to cook all the time. That ain't true. Sometimes we don't feel like doing that shit.
Yeah, Chef Boardbeef, Hot Pockets, Elio's Pizza. There we go.
Hey, there you go. Yo, Hot Pockets, B. Cut the check. I'm telling you, I want that sponsorship.
They're never on sale anymore at the supermarket. Last year they were 5 for $10. You're lucky if you get 2 for $7 now. I'm like, what the fuck?
Shit, the lean pockets used to be expensive like that.
Oh fuck that! That's garbage.
What? Yo, don't talk about
anything with lean or diet. Fuck that shit. I'm fat already. Who gives a shit? Give me the calories and the fat.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, but that should be good as fuck though. Like the broccoli and cheddar and the chicken, that should be wavy.
Oh yeah. Some of it's okay. Yeah, some of them are okay.
But anyways, I just hope you guys definitely had a great Thanksgiving. It just sucks that we can't do a watch party tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because I always love Survivor Series. Like I was just telling this dude Nate, told that one of my favorite Survivor Series is with the shit with the Teamsters and the bad guys and the here go RoboCop.
Sorry about that. Yeah, got the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, B. You gotta go on patrol, B. You gotta see what's going on with that.
Walkie-talkie.
That homeless dude shitting in the bucket.
It's the other building in another city over.
Every time I hear walkie-talkie, I always think of Lean on Me. Colton, the enemy is here. The enemy is here.
No, I think I think of American Pie. Put his fingers ass. I'm touching his ass. Walkie-talkie. Give me those things.
Like I remember back in the day, like during like the old Survivor Series pay-per-views. Like those pay-per-views were so nonsensical. Every single one of them. I'm
telling you, one of my favorite ones is the shit with the bad guys, the bad guys and the Teamsters and Lex Luger. See, who's Lex Luger's team again? It was Lex Luger, British Bulldog, Mabel, and Adam Bomb, I think. What was their name again?
Wasn't Lex
I'm
Luger
pretty sure
with the Steiners
I'm
one
pretty
year
sure
too?
he's with the Steiners, wasn't he?
Was
Yeah,
it
I
the
never
Steiners?
had one with the
That's what
Steiners
Nate
before.
said too.
Yeah,
But
before the
it wasn't
Steiners.
really.
They might have did another one another year too. I mean, I don't know what they're called, the curtain jerkers. I don't fucking know.
Because I remember, yeah, you stupid. Because I remember they went up against them. They went against Money
That
Inc.
it was. I think
Let
like
me
one
look
year
it up.
was
Let me see if I
Luger,
can find. I'll look it up really quick.
Yeah.
Luger, the Steiners, and Taker 1 year.
That was, I think,
you're
that was the
right.
following
Yeah,
year.
you're right. Yeah.
Was that what it was? Okay.
That was the following year. Because the Steiner brothers, they wasn't in this particular Survivor Series. They was the same Survivor Series. Well, I think it was when it was Bumner Taker versus Bumner Taker. I think it was.
Really, what it is that the thing that Triple H needs to do is it's the only big pay-per-view that doesn't have a definitive identity, and it had an identity back in the day because they would give the teams names and stuff, and they were still doing that in the Attitude Era, and they were doing it a little bit in a Ruthless Aggression era, but then when the brand split era came, it would just be like Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, or it would be, like you had like Team Lesnar or Team Bischoff or whatever. But by like the late 2000s, early 2010s, like it was just like, okay, we'll take 5 people from Raw, 5 folks from SmackDown. And it was just like, there was really, like before when they did the teams, there was like you could have like 4 people on each team. And it was like interconnected stories. Like, okay, here's a tag team on one team, and here's a tag team on the other team. Here's a champion on one team. But then it was like when it was Raw and SmackDown, it was like we're just going to get 4 or 5 random people that have nothing to do with each other, and we're just it was lazy. Vince just gave up. And
but I think like that's the reason why War Games got introduced.
It needed something. You needed something to spice it up.
Yeah, bring storyline into the pay-per-view. I think that's the only reason why they did it, because otherwise it will still be on NXT.
I like that one time when SmackDown invaded Raw. It was like a whole bunch of them and shit. I think it was the same show with this dude Randy Orton caught this dude Brock Lesnar with the surprise RKO. I think it was the same show.
Was that the year Becky broke her nose?
I think so. If that was shit. Just by saying that shit that we saying right now, that was a good ass show. A lot of things happened in that show, but I remember at that time people shitted on it though. People was like, "Oh, this is whack." I'm like, nah.
The last good one they had, to me, in my opinion, was and the whole show wasn't perfect, but like as far as like the match is concerned, the one they did in 2016, where it was like I think Team Raw was, if I remember correctly, it was Owens, Jericho, Rollins, Roman, and Strowman. Roman was the U.S. champ. Owens was the Universal champ. That was when Owens and Jericho were doing like the best friends thing. And then SmackDown was
God, I didn't like
AJ,
that shit.
and
that's when Jericho
was AJ, Ambrose, Orton, Wyatt, and Shane. And so like on SmackDown's team, you had like the Wyatt family thing. Then you had Dean, who was feuding with AJ, but they were teaming. But then his Shield buddies were on the Raw team. Then you had Braun on Team Raw, who didn't really care about anybody but himself. Then you had Shane. Like that was really the last one that I thought was like really well thought out, and they actually put like legitimate effort into it. And it was a good match too. It was like
I like when Jericho made fun of Ellsworth.
Yeah.
There's a missing kid at ringside. There's a missing kid. Right. The list.
You know the ones that really took the wind out of Survivor Series sales is when they had the draft, right? They had the draft literally right before the Survivor Series.
Yeah, that was bad. Triple H did that, thankfully.
So it was like, how could these dudes show loyalty towards their brand if they just got there a couple of months ago?
Yeah. So
this one's gonna make sense.
Got rid of that
because this year so far it has made sense.
Well, this year it's not about brand loyalty. It seems.
Yeah, it's about story.
Yeah, it's not. It's just what other matches announced? You know, you got the women's and the men's War Games match. You got the triple threat.
Triple threat
between Lashley, Theory, and Rollins.
Yeah,
for the US title.
AJ versus Finn. I think, yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? Raheem got a point. I remember that one too. When wasn't the Soul Survivors no, matter of fact, that was a Royal Rumble. What was that? When the Soul Survivors was Roman Reigns and Keith Lee. That was a Survivor Series, right?
Yeah, but that was the NXT one.
Yeah, but that was Roman was the last surviving person. That was Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT.
Yeah, that was the NXT one. Hey, did anybody see the video that WWE produced last night?
Yeah, with the Mysterio.
They broke into Ray's house. That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. Fucking Mysterio's wearing a mask.
That was gold. That shit was gold. Like,
I love I told Nate I love how they broke into the house, but yet they left the tree alone. Yeah, heels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Man, I wish I could play this shit, man. I really wish I could play this shit right now, but you already know WWE is on my motherfucking ass for playing
that audio in the background. Don't show the videos. Play the audio.
Yeah. Just play the audio. Yeah.
All right, let me see. But it won't be the same.
No, I know, but I already seen the video, so I can picture it in my head. You know, I already seen the video 4 times.
Yeah, I watched it like 4 times too.
I like the Triple H Randy Orton one. That was good too. The House Invasion. That was fucking hilarious too.
I don't know. It's like with this one. It's like you didn't expect this dude to go that far, Dominic. And I like the fact that they're actually finally when they got a heel and they're pushing the envelope. Remember from before, WWE always wanted to play it safe. I like the fact that they keep pushing the envelope with Dominic. Yes, keep doing that.
You got it.
I was to the point where this dude Dominic rips off Rey Mysterio mask.
He just needs to get to a point where he can just come out by himself alone and get heat. That's and hopefully he'll be at that point by Mania. You know?
Like if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's gonna have it's gonna happen because he's gonna be so fucking flaming hot. He's gonna outgrow Judgment Day, and I think he has the potential to do that. I really do. Like remember from before when he turned heel at Clash at the Castle, I said that he didn't even need Judgment Day. In a way, he really don't.
Well, he does, but he doesn't. He definitely needs the mouthpiece until he gets more comfortable. But
he needs
I see where you're coming from, though.
I was hoping to have like a ladder match for Mysterio and his son, and Mysterio's wife fucks up a spot. Where the fuck is whatever her name is? Right. You know, like Vicky did.
For me, the only real L I'll give the Judgment Day, like Triple H has rehabbed it. When the group first started, like when Vince was still around, I thought the whole point was, okay, this is a way to get Damian Priest more over. But now it's like he's just a background guy now. Not that I'm saying he's like, low in the card or anything, but it's like nobody really cares what he's doing anymore. So I thought he had a
pretty unique the leader now.
He doesn't really have a leader.
And I like that they did that. I like that they did that because at first it looked like they were trying to portray Rhea Ripley as the leader. But I like the fact like how they now they make it seem like there's no one man above the crew. They're all equals.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
WWE needs to go to like TV 13 so Damian Priest can be like that swearing preacher guy on YouTube. He'd be perfect. I love that fucking dude.
Damian needs to be Razor.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I thought he was in NXT, and then when they called him up, they stripped it all away.
Yeah.
They should be a Taki or Razor. That's who you should be.
I like the fact that they come through with the purple flags, like like they on Grove Street from Grand Theft.
It's different, I guess.
That's what I
it's a little something different. Not it's a little something fresh. I won't say it's different, but it's fresh. And they really should, dwell on that. Like put their logo on the flags too.
Like I said, Finn representing the Grove.
Yeah, like, and he got this shit tied around his forehead like Pac. I'm like, yo, knock it off. Like, y'all funny.
They needed to do a sit-down interview with Ray in the locker room, and his son clotheslines him off a chair and say, "Hey, Dad, Mommy teach you that one?" That'd be awesome. Tribute to Owen.
Well, you already know where they're going with this. They definitely going to fight at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they're setting up Mania.
He's got to win. Dominic's got to win.
He has to. What he has to do, not only he wins, after he wins, I'm telling you, he should take off Rey Mysterio's mask.
Yeah,
take
career
it off
versus mask. Or mask.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he'll ever do that again. I'm not against the idea, though.
I'm gonna say, like, have him walk around without the mask, like, have him cover his face or something, but have have him take off the mask, rip off Rey Mysterio mask, and just have him hold it up like how Kano does his fatality when he holds your heart, you know what I'm saying, like, or Sub-Zero, you know what I mean? Just hold his mask up and shit.
Well, they gotta have Kevin Nash at ringside so he can fucking laugh his ass off like he did last time. That was funny.
But what if Ray gives it up on his own?
Nah. He's not gonna see, that'll make Rey Mysterio look like even a bigger pussy. Cause this dude done whip your ass in your own living room, and then after that you just want to give up your mask at WrestleMania to your son? Nah.
Yeah, career versus mask. That's what I think.
No.
If Ray wins, Dominic has to give up his career.
Nah, it don't matter what they do. It don't matter what they do at WrestleMania. Like, this dude ran up in your damn house and whipped your ass in front of your family. It's war. Like, that's it. This dude, Rey Mysterio, should be summoning the ancestors right now. The Aztecian ancestors.
I just laugh at this whole thing, really, because completely unrelated to this, like a couple of years back, Rey Mysterio, he worked one match in New Japan. I think it was him. Who was it? I think it was Ray, Tanahashi, and Okada. And I forgot who their opponents were, but he worked for New Japan. His opponents, he was in there, and what fans wanted was it was right before Jushin Thunder Liger retired. And, they did have a match on Nitro back in the day. And actually, they had a pay-per-view match at Starrcade 96. And so fans were hoping that Ray would have a match with Liger before Liger retired, before he hung it up. But WWE signed him. And everybody was upset because it's like, damn, like, why'd you say no to that dream match with Liger? And, well, the reason why he signed was because his son, Dominic, signed. And so from the very beginning, I was like, wow, so this dude legitimately turned down a dream match just so his son could, because he didn't just want Dominic. He didn't just want Dominic to sign because he knew that, like, Dominic probably wouldn't get over by himself. So when Dom signed, Ray signed too. So
he wanted his son to get the boot.
Right. So everything he's doing is for Dom. So I'm like, this is like the best example of nepotism I've ever seen. Like he's making absolutely sure that, like, they take care of his son, that he gets a push, that he actually gets over. And it's like, man, you're committing a lot of time to this, Ray. Like, so I was like, for your sake, I hope it works. And it wasn't working because, he skipped NXT. He went straight to the main roster. And, his first real big program, if you remember, was that really stupid shit with Seth and Aaliyah and Buddy, and it wasn't good. Then they just
Buddy Matthews.
Then they just
his first match was against Brock.
Right. Then they just won the tag titles, and there was like no push or like any story to it. So just for a while there, I was like, I don't know, Ray, this wasn't really worth it. And then the Judgment Day thing happened, and it was being booked really bad. Then the Vince McMahon shit happened in real life, and then Triple H took over, and then Rhea started getting more TV time, and then the stuff with Dom and Ray started getting a little bit more compelling, and then Dom turned on him. So now it's finally like, okay, maybe this was all worth it in the end.
That's what Tripp
looking like.
That's how Tripp turned over on Judgment Day. It was because of Dom.
What the hell kind of name is Buddy Matthews? Sounds like a lost character from Leave It to Beaver.
I'm telling you.
Buddy Murphy's worse.
Matthews.
Buddy Matthews.
That name sounds so whack.
Yo, man,
Sound like
when
a
I hear the
lawyer.
name
Buddy
Buddy,
Murphy's worse.
when
Buddy.
I hear the name Buddy, I'm always gonna think of the fucking golden retriever from Air Bud.
Yeah, like the dog. Buddy.
I'm always gonna think of Boy Meets World. That's what that Buddy
Right.
Matthews, Mr.
Buddy
Feeny want to
Matthews.
spank you.
And then there was a buddy on
Buddy Murphy's
Seinfeld
worse.
too. Holy shit. Yeah.
Buddy Matthews is bad, no doubt about it. But Buddy Murphy's worse.
Yeah.
I'll call like, I don't know, Murphy Black or something, Murphy Dark, something that'll make you seem like yo, watch that dude Murphy Dark. That dude, he be wildin'. How you sit there and say, yo, watch that dude Buddy Matthews? See, looking at you like, get the fuck out of this Buddy Lembeck sounding ass motherfucker.
Buddy Matthews. It sounds like a walk on at Notre Dame or something. You walk down and play some football.
The Rudy remake.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And you with the House of Black. And I love the House of Black, but they need to do something with that dude name. Because, come on now.
That's his choice, man. That's his choice. I mean, that's his name, so he's sticking with it. So
that's his real name?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Has anyone seen Miro? I think I saw him on a milk carton at the supermarket.
He was in the surreal life. That's where he was at.
Yeah, his wife.
Yeah, he had a cameo on there. He was talking to CJ via web chat.
I think it's so bad. Fucking Chuck Norris is looking for him in Vietnam or something, missing in action. Jesus.
Like his wife wants to return. That's the rumor I've been hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Tony Khan is doing with Mero.
I know he's got one foot.
He was so dominant as TNT champion. And then I still don't like that they had Sammy Guevara beat him. Why? No. Like, the fuck out of here. They should have somebody else beat this dude Mero. Not no Sammy Guevara.
The only thing I know about Mero is he's got one foot in the door for Hollywood. Because I know him and Cena are still tight. So
yeah,
I see that happening too. Like, I can see him as like a henchman to the final boss in the movie.
Yeah.
Bodyguard.
He's got to look for it. Yeah, he's definitely got to look.
Should have had Malachi beat Miro.
Yeah.
Should have had Malachi beat Cody all 3 times.
Yeah.
True.
I feel bad for Arn Anderson. Now he has like no role with the company.
Is he still there?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, when Cody dipped, I mean, I never cared about the Nightmare Family, but when Cody dipped, he basically just kind of left them all high and dry. So
Arn's cleaning his gun. That's about it.
His
gun.
It was,
Arn is gone.
He said, you fired Brandy? Well, I quit.
Yeah.
The second Arn's contract ends, he's gone. He's going back to WWE and managing Cody.
Glock Anderson.
Yeah, he don't need that at all. Like, he don't need to go to WWE to coach Cody. He didn't even need to coach him, period. Cody didn't need a damn coach. It called for a real good segment with the Glock. That was cool and all, but that was by accident. They didn't mean for that shit to pop like that.
I think you just had him because of Tully Blanchard. They wanted that 4 Horsemen feel in AEW.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And what the fuck happened to him?
I think he's gone too.
They let Tully go.
Tully has the church, and
he's waiting for his daughter to give birth to a baby or something to be grandfather. Fuck. She ain't wrestling.
No, Tully has the church.
Yeah, that bitch is fucking stupid. Like, she got in her own damn way. It's like, all you had to do was just apologize. It wouldn't have been enough, but at least you'd have been in the right path. Like, no, but you choose to double down with the fuck shit or call yourself nuclear. Yeah. Now your ass can't even work in the state.
WWE contract in her pocket.
Right.
The rumor is, and I was never able to get an official confirmation of this, but a lot of people, more than one person, told the story. They did the whatever that tournament was, the Mae Young Classic, I think they called it.
Yeah.
The women's tournament they did. But anyway, Tessa, she was there and she lost in the first round against Kairi Sane, and a lot of fans were surprised. And the rumor was that she had a backstage argument with Ricochet, because they were dating at the time, and apparently she had a lot of heat from a lot of the wrestlers. Because the taping was in progress. So people were getting in the zone, getting ready for the match and stuff. So because her and Ricochet, they've been dating for a while, and then he got signed by WWE, and then right around the time he got signed, they broke up, and then WWE never signed her, which was really interesting because that was during that period where NXT was red hot, and NXT was just signing everybody. They were literally signing everybody. They were signing Matt Riddle, they were signing Austin Aries, they were signing Samoa Joe, they were signing everybody. So it was the fact that they signed everybody but didn't sign her, that tells me that even then, someone at WWE, they knew something that we didn't know. So then she went to Impact and made a name for herself there, and was increasing her credibility and her name, and became a main eventer. And she was wrestling guys, and intergender wrestling is a very polarizing topic. Some people like it, some don't. But for better or worse, she was definitely increasing Impact's brand. I mean, when she was the champion, that was the most talk I heard about Impact, probably since the Hogan Bischoff days, the early 2010s. But
shouts out to Callahan for doing the job. He actually did the job. Their rivalry was actually pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. But like you said, the racist shit happened, and she got exposed. And the thing about it is, not just in wrestling, but in social media in general, there's always going to be a scandal. There's always going to be, some negative story. So if she had apologized, would she have still had haters? Yes, but there would have been another, knowing what was going to come later, with COVID and the whole hashtag Me Too stuff. There's always going to be another story, So it would have just been swept under the rug. But like you said, she doubled down, did not apologize, basically feigned ignorance, and so Impact was like, "Fuck this." And they fired her.
And remember, and it was more than that. Remember, there was you know what? Fuck it. Can you at least come through and come to some shows? And they wanted her to do something, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna bring the belt back to the States unless you pay me X amount of money."
Huh.
And it was like, this bitch is fucking bugging out. That's when it was like, you know what? It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. Just keep the belt. We'll make a new belt. Get the fuck out of here.
It's unfortunate too. It's very unfortunate because again, she's very good.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
she is.
Do you think she'll bounce back?
I don't think so. No. I think the fact that it's been this long, because again, this, we're talking about, because when Impact gave her the boot, that was in 2020. And we're at the end of 2022, going into 2023.
And remember, after that, even AJ tried to give her a chance in a while, and she fucked that up too. They said her attitude was stink backstage.
If WWE, if they really wanted her, they would have had her by now. And the money that TK throws around, how all the people that he brought in, if TK wanted her, he also would have got her. And the fact that WWE and AEW have not even touched her, that says a lot.
So I don't think it's really TK. I think it's the cable company doesn't want Tessa because they don't want the Briscoes on TV for AEW.
That's true.
Yeah. So it could be
that's a mistake.
Yeah, the Briscoes, they definitely shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, shot themselves in the nuts. Shit. What the hell's up with Impact? Fucking their pay-per-view, Hard to Kill, Friday the 13th. What we got? Seagal versus Voorhees in the main event.
Hey, look, I think that was good marketing.
Yeah,
it's a
trademark
versus Josh Alexander.
Yeah, B. Bully is back.
It's like you said, man. Impact's main event scene is fucking ass, man. They gotta fix that.
Wait a minute, didn't Bull Ray said he cuts a better promo to MJF this week or some shit? He said something stupid this week.
Yeah, Bully's known for saying some crazy shit.
You have to watch that promo.
I mean,
it was
that
a good
ECW
promo.
one that he did was great.
It was a good promo, but not better than MJF. Right now, nobody's touching MJF, and that's just a fact. MJF is so red hot right now.
Was the best
Nobody's not touching him right now. Other than Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the only one that could touch an MJF right now.
His promos are so good. Fucking deaf people are like, damn, you know, shit. Fucking subtitles on the TV.
You know why? Because all he speaks is facts. That's what makes this shit so valid.
Well, he mentors basically CM Punk after CM Punk. So. Big Mark.
Oh, he just gets it, you know. He just gets it. You know?
He's starting shit with Conor McGregor and that other guy. So you know they're going to set that up for the UK show next year. So they're going to set that shit up.
Raheem asked.
That's not going to happen.
Raheem asked, what did the
They're not going to get McGregor, but they can get the other guy. That guy, named Patty, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Patty. Yeah.
You heard Nate?
What?
Raheem asked, what did the Briscoes do?
Oh, Jay Briscoe. Yeah. A couple of years back.
Yeah,
a couple of years back, Jay Briscoe, he made a tweet where he basically talked about how if his kids were in school, he wouldn't want his kids to. What was it? Something about like not having a gay teacher, or
yeah,
it was something about like the normalization of like, oh, you know, it's like like it's okay to be gay and normal and blah 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 blah. Basically, he was just saying stuff like he wouldn't want his kids to be.
He was gay bashing.
Right, and you know you can't.
They have a
ton
of fucked up people in AEW. If you haven't noticed.
Pardon?
They have a ton of fucked up people in AEW. If you haven't noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, originally Triple H wanted them because there's like a spreadsheet you can find. I'll have to post it on the next episode, but it's a sheet that was going around a couple of years ago. It was like the first sort of like conception of like the first NXT takeover and like the talent that Triple H had in mind, and he did want the Briscoes, and he never could get them. Jay has since apologized. He apologized for his comments. You know, he's a redneck, and I believe him when he said that he was sorry. Mark Briscoe doesn't have the same thoughts, but you know, since he's Jay's brother, you know, guilty by association.
Right.
Yeah, you know, so the Briscoes, they basically were really one of the few indie acts that were hot that never got that call up to WWE. And I've always said this before, and by no means am I disrespecting, because Nate knows I've joked this. I'm not disrespecting the Usos, because the Usos are great too. But like, if you watch the Briscoes and you watch the Usos, it's very clear that the Usos pattern themselves off the Briscoes. The Usos are just PG versions of the Briscoes. That's all they are. And I'm not saying they're not good. I'm not saying, because they're good too. They're a very good tag team.
The Usos is really good.
But the Briscoes, they're just on a completely different level. They're way better than the Usos.
And it just sucks that we are robbed for that match. Like, we all want to see the Briscoes versus the Usos. Like, imagine that match.
Mm-hmm.
Briscoes FTR and all that.
Yeah, they're a great tag team. I think I've said this before. It's like, I think like it's like promos, believability, and like in ring. I think pound for pound, the Briscoes are the best team in the world. But they were always in Ring of Honor. They were never on a bigger stage. They never got the shot in WWE. And because of Jay's comments, like, you know, TNT allegedly, or TBS, whatever, they don't want them to be on, you know, on television. And I think that's unfortunate, because the Briscoes, if they showed up in AEW, I think they would really, really show how good they are. But I understand their hesitance, because Jay Briscoe in particular, like his promos, he can't, like, he goes hard all the time. He's like,
he don't hold nothing back.
Yeah. So there's no way, like, even by AEW standards, like, where they bleed and curse all the time, like, even Jay would be too much for AEW.
They're gonna be in AEW. They're gonna be wearing masks. They're gonna be Mexicans. The Perscanos or something. Tessa Blanchard's gonna be their manager wearing a mask. You know, that's bring them on. Mexican wrestlers.
They could pull it off though. They could pull it off.
I think eventually, like, Tony Khan will convince the executives from, whatever cable company to bring them in for a match, because they see money, and that's what executives love, is money, ratings, and shit like that. So.
Well, we will definitely see if they really love money like that. It depends on if they bring back Punk or not,
Well, he's
because
coming
we could
back.
all agree with that whole Punk and Elite situation. We could all see that there definitely is money. There's definitely money there, and my main thing is
Rumors
that
are
if
Punk
you
is
guys
face.
want the shit to be left alone, why would y'all mock this dude CM Punk during that
Exactly.
match? If y'all
Exactly.
if y'all got the permission or not, why would y'all do that? Like, what is this leading to?
You know why they did that, bro. I already said that. That was Montreal, man. That was
Montreal.
Montreal, Raw 2005. Raw 2005.
Yeah,
They were
Shawn
in
Michaels.
Canada. They were in Montreal. Shawn Michaels, the pro that he was, he knew he was in enemy territory. He knew that they were going to boo him out the building. So he had fun
Oh,
with
that
it.
was the greatest promo
Right,
ever.
and he trolled them. And I can guarantee you at the time, nobody was thinking, oh my God, this is a fucking work. Brett's coming in because he was feuding with Hulk Hogan. It was just something Shawn did for one night because he was a pro. AEW, same thing. They're in Chicago. The Elite are pros, like them or not, and they know, okay, they're going to boo the fuck out of us. They're going to hate us. Let's have fun.
That was during
Because they're going to boo them.
Feud.
Yeah.
Right, they were gonna get booed regardless. They knew that. Like they could have come out there and just wrestled a straight up regular match, doing absolutely nothing different, and those fans were gonna fucking shit on them. So they were like, you know what? Let's fucking have fun with it, and it was great because that whole match of Death Triangle, that was like something like the crowd reaction. The crowd was like, they were into everything that whole match. It reminded me of like during the peak of like Cena's hate, like when everybody hated Cena in like
Right.
2006, 2007, where like just like when Cena would come out and have his matches, like the crowd was just, they were into like every single fucking move. You couldn't hear yourself think. The crowd was just chanting. Like it was like that. And what was also cool too is that, yeah, there were fuck the Elite chants, but there was also fuck CM Punk chants in Chicago.
Yeah.
In Chicago. So, Chicago was like the one place that was always like 100% pro Punk, but not anymore. It was like 70-30. And then as the match went on, it was like kind of 60-40. So, yeah.
Oh, well. I'm going to watch Wrestle Kingdom because Punk's going to show up and fuck Omega. I called it.
She's not going to fuck him up for real.
I mean, no, screw him. Yeah, screw him over, cost him his match. That's what I meant, yeah.
Shit. Well, anyways, like I said from earlier in the show, I didn't plan on being on for too long because I got to wake up mad early tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Predictions, though. Who y'all think is going to win what for Survivor Series? Talk to me.
Yeah, pull the card up. I got to pull it up.
Yeah, we completely forgot about the women's match, man.
I mentioned that,
yeah. Well, there's like a few agreements here. Ronda's going to win her match because no doubt.
Yeah.
She's going to get Shotzi, right?
Yeah, I just want to say that they really, I'm not really, I was never that crazy about it to begin with, but I will acknowledge that, she definitely seemed like she was a pretty hot prospect in NXT, but they cooled her off. Like she doesn't.
Shotzi, right? Yeah,
because I remember like that one Halloween Havoc where she was, cosplaying and she was doing the screeching thing, and it was like 2 years ago or something. And when I saw her, I was like, okay, she's got something. She kind of gave me like Rosemary vibes. Like, all right, like she could potentially be a star, and like she just doesn't feel like a star like at all. She just feels like another chick, which is weird because nobody else on the roster looks like her. So you would think they would find some way to market her, but like, nah. But whatever.
Right.
Like should be Ronda versus Raquel. That shit in the match.
Well, yeah,
no rematch.
Yeah,
but that's different.
I think AJ and Finn Balor
we all agree on Ronda Rousey winning that match.
Yeah.
Right.
And after that, Shotzi should take her ass back to NXT. Fuck it. She's not ready yet.
Not ready.
She's not.
She's getting demoted, but it's really a promotion. I mean, well, back in the day it was.
What's next?
AJ versus Finn.
AJ versus Finn.
That's going to be a real good match.
Yeah, I think it'll be the match of the night. I mean,
word. And going back to what I was saying from before, I think this dude, I'm not going to lie, I'm really thinking that, or I'm leaning towards AJ being my best wrestler of all time. AJ Styles, Like he's basically the total. He's like the total wrestler. He's a total package of a wrestler. He's strong.
That's what he is.
He can talk on the mic. He can he's agile. He knows how to play a good match 9 times out of 10. Like AJ Styles is really the epitome of a performer when it comes to wrestling. He has every fucking thing.
He adjusted
and
his
at that age,
style, which is amazing.
Yeah, at the age that he's at now. Well, how old is AJ? Like what?
42, 43?
Right.
40.
And he's still flying around and shit. AJ Styles, as of late, is slept on. B like he's still got the recognition, yeah. But I really put AJ Styles in my top 5 of greatest wrestlers of all time. I really would.
He's definitely on there.
And
I think Brett put him in Mount Rushmore.
I wouldn't say he's gonna win. I would say Balor needs his win more than AJ.
Yeah.
But I won't be surprised if AJ wins, though. But, I'm going for AJ, but I think Balor's going to win.
So AJ is the total package of wrestler. So is he going to put him in a torture rack tomorrow?
Remember, he got that movie. You don't remember that movie? It was a torture rack bomb. He used to do that shit.
Torture rack. Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh, shit. Yeah.
So there you go.
There we go. Yeah. Finn's probably going to win, but it'll be, some outside shenanigans or some shit. Or even a distraction, some bullshit.
But is Bray versus Knight official? Or
I don't even
know. I
know.
thought it was.
It's not official.
I don't know. I'm looking up the card over here on BR. I don't see nothing. No, they don't even have to list it. Yeah, Bleacher Report.
Hold on.
Next should be. Oh, go ahead.
Damage Control. What the fucking name is that? Damage Control. Sounds like a Trump fucking press conference.
No. As of now, As of now, the show only has 5 matches.
Yeah. Which is fine.
That's all they really need, though. Because
as long as it's good.
The War Games match is like what?
War Games match is going to be like an hour right there. 2 of them.
Yeah, 40 minutes to an hour.
30 apiece, yeah.
I just thought that Knight and Bray would be on the card. Seems pretty like a good.
They'll probably add it. They'll probably add it.
What's Bray going to do?
They'll plot it out.
Oh, you was here all the time for me, man. I love you, crowd, man. You was here before I turned evil, man. Uncle Howdy wouldn't play with my child here, man.
Who's that supposed to be? His brother, right? Is that supposed to be Bo Dallas?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Bray. Or it's supposed to be Bo, yeah.
Bray. Oh, Bo, okay.
Yeah. Bo. And I don't know why motherfuckers is, oh my God, Bo Dallas might be coming back. Why is wrestling that bad now that we're amped for Bo Dallas?
I thought he retired.
I don't give a shit about Bo.
I don't know. Bo knows. The only Bo I like was Bo Jackson, man. He was awesome in Techno Super Bowl.
The greatest Tecmo football player ever.
Yeah, you can never tackle that fucking guy who's so quick.
What's next? What's after?
I don't know.
Well, there's the women's match. There's the AJ Finn Balor.
Yeah,
there's their triple threat. Theory, Rollins, and Lashley for the U.S. title.
Yeah, I think Rollins will take it. I don't know what the fuck Theory's going to take a pin. I mean, Jesus Christ, because you got to protect Lashley with Lesnar.
Yeah, Lashley's not losing. So
yeah, you got to keep him.
Really is, do you pin Theory again, or do you take the belt off of Seth and put it on Theory? So it depends what they want to do.
You could do that, yeah. If you want to shift for Cody, I don't know when Cody's time frame is to come back. Got to get that ball rolling again.
What you could do is that you could have Brock cause Bobby the title.
Well, if they got a paycheck for him, he'll come. I don't know. If the bank's open, it was Black Friday. Were the banks open?
You gonna tell them to wire that shit to
wire transfer. Yeah, Cuba or Dominican Republic.
Once he see,
I'll go ahead.
phone go off, you see that $1 million in the bank, he'll jump on his jet.
Yep. I'll go ahead and pick Theory just because I feel like they got to give him something. So
yeah,
but Lashley's not taking a pin. So
how is Theory's new character? I don't know. Pretty good.
Well, Theory's facing John.
He's just your normal turn cycle. You know the typical. Oh, he lost something major. Now he's on a rampage type of character.
I don't like his face, man. He looks like a fucking guy that hangs out at high school parking lots jerking off the cheerleaders. I don't know. I don't like his face.
Shit. He unwanted his beard.
All right, so you got the.
Otherwise, like I think that Seth wins setting up him versus Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth is definitely keeping the title. That's not a shadow of a doubt. He's keeping the title.
All right, we got the women's war games, which they've not done a good job building up at all. Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, and Becky Lynch just seems like a random simulator of random names put together against Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley. I'm sure the match itself will be fine.
That I think Rhea pins Bianca, setting up that match.
Well, see, the problem is if you do that, they're not going to do it at Mania, dude. That's the problem. Which means they'll have Charlotte come in.
Because they don't know how to make motherfuckers salivate over it. They're going to be like, okay, since she pinned her at War Games, let's just throw them in a couple of matches right off the kick.
I hope that doesn't happen, because if Rhea pins Bianca, then that means that's not the Mania match, and they'll probably do it early, like at Rumble, which means that they'll have to DLC Charlotte into the. But see, I told you, man. I told you this was going to happen.
Either that or Rhea pins. Rhea's going to get the win. So it's either Rhea pins Bianca or Rhea pins Becky. Pick one.
Oh, man. Charlotte at Mania, fucking Snuggles double pumping right now. Holy shit.
Shit.
He's going to be the winner.
Main event. Let's get it.
You got the Brawling Brutes, Drew McIntyre and Owens versus the Bloodline.
You already know. Yo, oh man. I would say this.
I have a theory, but I'll let everybody else go ahead first.
Yeah. I hope it goes down to fucking Owens and Sammy, and fucking Owens turns on his team. You know, fuck it. But whatever.
That'd be funny.
The Bloodline loses is going to be because of Sami Zayn by accident. Sami Zayn is going to bum out. He's going to do some bullshit to cause the Bloodline, and that's when his seed is going to be planted.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. I think that Sammy gets the pin, but Jay never breaks it up. Like Jay's opening, he just watches it happen.
Wow.
Oh. But of course he's not going to do nothing. Though. He don't like Sammy.
Yeah.
Exactly. That will lead Roman to say, Sammy, pick a partner. And you face the Usos.
I can see them doing the
oh, there we go.
Even though I never care for Triple H, I can see them doing the Triple H Batista spot from Chamber. Remember when what was it? It was Elimination Chamber, and I believe Orton hit Batista with the RKO, and then Triple H was in the corner, and it was like he could have saved Batista, but didn't, because low key he wanted Batista eliminated because he was afraid of him. So I could see a spot like that, like you just said, where say Jay's pinned and Sammy could save him, or Sammy's pinned and Jay could pin him, but they're just both like, fuck that guy. And it's just I can see that.
Well, yeah.
That'll leave Roman to say, like, hey, pick a partner. And he'll pick Solo. Solo will say no. KO comes in and saves him.
At the end of the day, this dude Sami Zayn should be coming out like a bigger star when that match is all said and done.
Yeah, the Bloodline's definitely.
He's going to be the biggest sympathetic figure.
The Bloodline.
Yeah, he gotta be on the next level, because if Sami Zayn doesn't go to the next level at the end of this match, then that's an epic fail. It's time to get to the next layer of the story.
I think the Bloodline takes the first L here. The only issue I have with the story, and this is just my opinion, I just think that because this is the best story in WWE right now, I just think that the end game to this, just being Sammy and Owens beating the Usos, that's just too small. I think the end game should be him beating Roman. That's what I think.
Yeah, remember we were saying that from before, like, because how does do Sami Zayn is being booked? If they do this shit correctly, I would not be mad if Sami Zayn is the one to dethrone Roman.
And to Vince's credit, at the very beginning of the year, when they were doing the day one stuff, or not long after the day one stuff, before the Bloodline thing was even going, if you remember, when Sammy was a heel and he was doing the whole conspiracy stuff, they did some match. It was like a Fatal 4-Way 6-pack challenger. They did some match, and it was like the winner was going to get a shot against Roman. And then if you remember, that was when Roman was feuding with Brock. And then they did that segment with Brock and Sammy where Brock was trying to bully Sammy to give up his spot.
So yeah.
Yeah, and so then Sammy
never got his shot. Yo, you right.
He never did. He never did get a shot. And so what happened was they did the match, but then Brock just killed him. Brock gave him like 3 F5s or something. And then Roman came out. He did his full entrance, and all he did was he just gave him a spear, and like that was it. But Sammy never did get his guaranteed promised one-on-one match with Roman. And Vince did book that. So that was before even the Bloodline stuff even happened, you know. So it's like it goes back even further than that.
You are so right.
So that's why I say
hit that like button, yeah. Hit that like button for Toph and his journalism.
Yeah,
I don't know when you pull it. I just think the end game to this whole Bloodline story, because I get the whole thing like, oh, Jay doesn't like him, like I get that, but like just because again, this isn't like a mid card story. This is a main event story, and it's the best story in WWE. I just think if the end game is just, oh, Sammy and Owens reunite to beat the Usos, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but like you can go way bigger than that. I just feel like at this point, Sammy's so over and he's so popular. I feel like either he should be the one to beat Roman, or he should cause Roman to lose, like, you know, some kind of interference or something. Yeah. I don't know.
It's either Sammy or Cody. It depends on Cody's situation. So, but I would take Sammy.
Think Cody comes back.
I think
Cody comes back on Saturday.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Because everything is telling me Cody comes back on Saturday. Comes back tomorrow.
Yeah, as his dad would say, he wants to get to the pay window.
You think he's gonna show up at War Games?
War Games.
Everything is telling me.
In a way, I guess it makes sense given the fact that Dusty's the one that invented War Games. So why not have his son, you know, come back?
Yeah, there we go.
I'm
not sure about Sasha showing up tomorrow, but wouldn't shock me.
Lord, I guess you'll see.
Or Mercedes, whatever the fuck her name is.
Mercedes Monet.
Monet. She's gonna come out that music. Monet. Billy Idol.
Shit. But anyways, I'm about to fall back. Like I said, you already know the vibes. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, wipe your feet before you step in my house. You already know the time.
I'll take my shoes off. My shoes off.
Yeah, B. And Tuesday we'll do Survivor Series review, talk about Monday Night Raw, and any other news that happens during that time, in between time.
Monday Night Pillow talk.
All right,
gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your holiday.
All right.